From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
Well, good morning, everybody. Time is 11:16. Along with Chase Wilson, I'm meteorologist Taylor Platt. We do have two new warnings for our area. This includes parts of Tishomingo County here in eastern Mississippi. That warning goes until noon, and we have a new severe thunderstorm warning here for Franklin and Colbert counties. That goes until 12:15. We still have that severe thunderstorm watch. Like I mentioned, everybody here except for Morgan County in our viewing area has this watch until 5 p.m. this evening. All right, Chase, let's go ahead and go into these two storms. We'll start with the one in Tishomingo County, and then we'll make our way further to the east. We'll grab both of these warnings here. Nice little cell that's developing north of Fulton right now. This one continue to track to the northeast at about, I imagine it's about 35 to 40 miles per hour. Let me take a look at the warning real quick. Just to double check things. They're usually moving with the one in Alabama, this one's actually moving at 20. So these are all kind of moving between 20 and 30 miles per hour, I think. What does that say right here? Northeast at 20, yeah. So again, and look at that top on that, already 34,000 feet. These are going to be pretty good hail producers today, I think, with any of these cells that develop out ahead of that line that we're watching off towards the west. So let's go ahead and do that storm track on here. Don't click on the skit though. Let's go ahead and just do one out that takes it out about 45 minutes. Do about 20. Yeah, that's good right there. And change the time. So Fairview right now, that was in there at about 11:28. Moores Mill at 11:50. Golden at 12:02. Red Bay getting into Franklin County potentially at 12:02. Belmont at 12:03. And Dennis at 12:10. This is that cell that's moving out of Mississippi. The main issue right here is going to be damaging winds, and the hail potential up to a quarter size hailstone is possible. Let's move on over here to the Franklin and Colbert County storm. This one's the heftiest one on the radar right now, getting close to Vina, Old Burleson right now, and Atwood right there along Highway 172. This has a pretty good core with it as well, so wouldn't be shocked if there's pretty decent sized hailstones with this. Let's do a storm track on this one, Chase, as well. Get it out about 45 minutes, moving at about 20-ish to 25 miles per hour. That's a good speed. A lot of these will end up moving at about 30 to 35 miles per hour later on as they get more organized. Vina on top of you right now. Atwood at 11:28. Old Burleson at 11:29. Burnout at 11:36. Glasgow Corner at 11:49. White Oak Community at 11:52, along with Bell Green at 11:52, and Pleasant Grove getting close to the noon hour right now. Let's do some investigating real quick, and then we'll just kind of check on some other storms. Let's kind of go between the hail products and the wind products. This is going to be your dual pole hail tracker, and yeah, there's your hail core right here that Chase was kind of circling right there. This is getting right on top of the county line, moving into southern Franklin County right now. The Barron button showing a little bit of some wind potential. There's that 1-inch hail potential. I don't see anything more significant than that, but I would not be shocked if some of the hailstones today do end up getting close to maybe $half size, maybe even close to golf ball size if some of these updrafts really start to get intense across the area. 1-inch hail here moving into the Fairview area as well. That's that one that is in eastern Mississippi right now. What's the wind looking like, Chase, on these? There's not a lot of wind. Look at the storm relative real quick, if you don't mind. There we go. That's going to show it a little bit better here. So here's your damaging wind potential. Most likely in these cells right now, you're going to get your damaging wind potential where you actually get some of the hailstones as well, just really kind of underneath that main core of the storm as that downdraft kind of punches on down. That's going to give you your best damaging wind potential right now with these isolated cells ahead of the line. Not really seeing anything overly significant right now, but probably some good winds at about 40 to 50 miles per hour, potentially up to 60 in some isolated spots, moving into the Vina and Atwood areas here right along Highway 172 and Highway, what is that one? Highway 19 that runs from Vina all the way up towards Red Bay. This will eventually, if you want to back things out real quick, Chase, this will eventually move into Colbert County and will include the Newsom Springs area, Crooked Oak, the Littleville area, maybe Flatwoods, and if it continues to move towards the northeast, Red Rock, and eventually the Shoals area, talking about Tuscumbia, Muscle Shoals, and the Sheffield area, and if it continues on further than that, it will move into the Florence area as well. There is another cell that's here just to the west of Pleasant Site, between Bloody Springs and Pleasant Site here. This will have to be watched for more severe weather potential. Let's go ahead and back things out, give a wide view, because there's other storms that are popping up across our area. These are the only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for our viewing area right now as Chase puts things into motion. All these storms starting to blow up and blossom across the area. There's a lot of instability to work with. The wind shear is strong enough to get these storms organized to where they aren't really your kind of pulse type storms. What the shear does is it actually tilts the updraft to where you don't have your updraft and downdraft right next to each other, which is what you usually have with summertime storms, where they pop up, pulse up, get strong, and then the downdraft takes over and it collapses the storms. When you have shear, it pushes those updrafts, it tilts them just a little bit, and that allows them to get more organized and last longer. So we do have enough shear out there where these storms will likely become severe later on today with damaging winds and large hail. We are still watching this line off to our west. Again, like I've mentioned, this is round 1. This is going to end up being round 2, and this is packing a pretty good punch with some damaging wind potential that's moving right across the Tennessee River right now. That southern portion of Tennessee River, Mississippi River, the southern portion has crossed the Mississippi River. That northern portion has a little bit left to go before it crosses the river, but getting into the Memphis metro area right now. So again, that's round 2. This is round 1 over here. So again, the only active warnings that we have for our area are down here in Tishomingo County and parts of Franklin and Colbert County. Let's zoom in real quick one more time, and then we'll toss things back to our regular programming. Again, these are the cells that we're watching. This is the more hefty one right here that's moving into parts of Franklin County right now. So heads up in Red Bay, Belgreen. If you live on the northwestern side of Russellville and downstream, I do think that these storms will continue to move downstream. So we're talking about places in the shoals like Muscle Shoals, Florence, Tuscumbia, probably getting closer to that 12:30-ish time frame, probably an hour away from you all. So just heads up that we're watching this damaging wind potential and that large hail potential as well. Chase, I know you don't have a mic, but are you seeing anything on your end that's kind of nothing, not looking too suspicious right now? So again, damaging winds and hail are the main risk with these. We'll continue to watch these over the next several hours. Again, like I've mentioned, this is round 1. Round 2 is moving in with that line coming in from the west later on this afternoon and evening. All right, that will do it here for our severe weather break-in with these severe thunderstorm warnings. If we have additional warnings, we'll be back here at a moment's notice. But if we don't, we'll be back here at noon with our Live at Noon to give you another update on your radar and severe weather risk and take a look at that 7-day forecast. Until then, stay with us here at the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.